Hello, my name is Deanne Backman, and I currently attend the Anglo-American School of Moscow, Russia. Um, I've lived internationally for the last 10 years, and this has led me to my hopeful career goal in working in international business and hopefully using my experiences of living internationally to allow me to use business to connect different communities and societies together. 5 years after my graduation, I hope to have received my MBA. And I want to be working in a successful business. I believe that the 5 years after graduation dictate in many ways the way my life will go and the path I will take. I hope to be working internationally because I've become accustomed to living abroad, and I want to be working with people who share the similar goal of helping people from every kind of community through our shared interest and knowledge in business. Obviously, after 5 years that I graduate, I'll be very new to the working field, but I believe that this is a very exciting stage of your life because you're not only able to learn about business, but you're able to see it firsthand and to get a complete understanding that you can't get in a classroom. I hope that the Huntsman Business Scholarship will allow me to use what I will learn in Utah State to give me assets to allow me to be completely successful within the business field when I enter the stage of finding a job within business. Throughout my life, I have worked in very many different groups. I worked in groups that are incredible and have achieved so much, and I've also worked in groups that achieve little. I believe that what makes a great team is dedication, hard work, and communication. In a school group called the AAS Ambassadors, I am surrounded by students who put their utmost effort into every event we do, whether that's popcorn sales to raise a little bit of money or Global Evening that we did 2 months ago, where we raised over $20,000. The group initiative is to raise money for projects in Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe, where we're building schools and libraries to help enhance the communities there. I've also worked with groups that have a lack of passion and commitment that I have seen in the AS Ambassadors. For example, in a group that I'm in called the National Honor Society, there are very few people that are willing to dedicate themselves completely to helping others academically through tutoring. And I've seen this because of a lack of motivation. Now, the difference between these two groups is that National Honor Society students think mainly of themselves. They were accepted into the group because of personal achievements they made. Personally, I was accepted due to my academic achievements and also my engagement to my school community. Because of the personal achievements that allow you to be accepted into NHS, there's little room for selflessness, and because of this, I have not seen the same dedication I have seen in the AS Ambassadors. Within the AS Ambassadors, you are accepted due to your selflessness and willingness to help others in any way possible. And I believe this makes a huge difference between something that's successful and something that's not, is this motivation that comes through helping and serving others. Another example I found of a difference between both of these groups is the examples that I have seen within these groups. In the AS Ambassadors, I have an incredible advisor named Ms. Francie, who has completely dedicated her life to helping those predominantly in Botswana, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. She has underpinned all of our projects and has been dedicating her life to this for many years, and through her dedication, she has raised over $200,000. And for me, this is incredible, and this example has led me in many ways. And it has also led other students. And because of this, through her example, each student has this dedication that she has because we all share this love for the communities that we're serving. In the National Honor Society, I haven't seen this kind of example. And I realized the importance of leading through example and using your personal dedication to allow you to allow for others to follow in your footsteps. And I hope that I have gained the traits of selflessness and a willingness to serve that I've seen in my advisor, Miss Francie. And I hope to be able to use this in my future and to use this selflessness to motivate me in every aspect of my life. A key moment for me in the group of the AS ambassadors was during my first trip to Botswana. And this disparity between what I saw in this community compared to what I saw in my community in Moscow, Russia, was incredible to me and stunning. And it broke my heart because I saw these incredible children that I bonded with who were faced with abuse and starvation and rape. And in that moment, I realized that my dedication for this group was based upon my need to help those that were given less opportunities than I was given. And I hope to continue to be able to help those in need when I'm finding a career and I'm moving on with my life, because for me, this is the kind of motivation I need to bring me to success. A significant life obstacle that I've had to overcome is due to my international experiences. I've lived internationally for the last 10 years, and these experiences have been completely incredible and have completely shaped my life. But I've had to move to 3 different states, 4 countries, and I've changed schools about 7 times. I have learned so much through these experiences, but they've also presented obstacles in my life. Being a third culture kid, there's a lack of belonging you find. For most of my life, I've said that Utah is my home, despite the fact that I've never actually lived there. The first move that really affected me was my move from Seattle to Florida. And when my mom tried to introduce me to new kids in Florida, I crossed my arms and shook my head and refused to speak to anyone. Due to that, I was bullied in 1st and 2nd grade until I moved to Puerto Rico. And in Puerto Rico, I was completely culturally shocked. I was surrounded by a new culture, a new language. Everyone was very loud, and while I grew to love the culture, when I was first placed in that culture, I was terrified. Again, in 2nd grade, I was bullied, and until I was homeschooled in 3rd grade. After a year of being homeschooled, I was then immersed into a Catholic, all-Spanish-speaking school for my 4th grade year. Now, I'm not Catholic, and I did not speak a word of Spanish. And in that moment, I realized for the first time that I was not the same as everyone else when I walked into my 4th grade classroom. The classroom was filled with children with darker skins than mine. There was a foreign language written across the walls and images of Jesus Christ and Virgin Mary. For the first few months, I felt like an animal in a petting zoo. I had children spouting words at me in a foreign language. I had girls playing with my blonde hair, comparing it to their dark brown hair. And I was closely observed while I tried to figure out how to pray in the Catholic way. I was completely a foreigner. However, in this environment where I thought I would find isolation, I was accepted and loved by my peers in a way I'd never seen in my life before. This love and acceptance led me to be able to be successful in moving to Munich, Germany, where I found incredible friends and found a sense of home that I found in Puerto Rico. And after 4 years in Munich, Germany, I moved here to Moscow, Russia, where, in all honesty, I was terrified to move, not only because of the culture shock, but also because of the conflicts I've seen between America and Russia. But as I moved here, I found the beauty within this culture, and I found a home here. Through my life, because of my international experiences, I have formed the ability to understand and connect with others from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. This has led me to completely immerse myself into my community through ambassadors, peer helpers, and receiving the honor of being in National Honor Society, National Arts Honor Society. I believe that although that moving internationally has been an obstacle in some ways to me, it has also led me to develop the goals I have of combining different societies and communities together to eliminate or to diminish the economic disparity between countries, and to use business to be able to do this. And I hope that the Huntsman Scholarship will be the platform that I need in order to develop the skills necessary to achieve my goals and to use my unique experience of living internationally to help better my community in the future and hopefully different communities around the world. I hope that you consider me, and I hope that I will be able to be a contributing student of the Huntsman Scholarship, and I can take on the responsibility that the Huntsman Scholarship gives to students.